Weightlessness is arguable one of the most amazing parts of space travel, despite the physical and engineering challenges it poses for astronauts. And it can be a lot of fun too. Check out some amazing photos of astronauts and civilians in weightlessness in the space.com gallery. Here, this image of a green apple was taken by JAXA astronaut Koichi Wakata aboard the International Space Station on February 6, 2014. Wakata tweeted, "The haiku smell of the Earth from the fresh green apples just arrived on Progress." Click the arrow for more images. Balloon animals float around in the cupola window on the International Space Station. NASA astronaut and Expedition 53 commander Randy Bresnik made the balloon animals to entertain his kids during family video conferences. Canadian Space Agency astronaut Chris Hadfield, Expedition 34 flight engineer, watches a water bubble float freely between him and the camera, showing his image refracted in the Unity node of the International Space Station. Image released January 21, 2013. Student engineers Denisha Kenyon left, Jack Goodwin Center and Sam Avery Center right with the UCSD microgravity team study biofuel fires and weightlessness during NASA Microgravity University flight on a Zerog flight based out of Ellington Field, Houston on July 19, 2013. NASA astronaut Mike Fossembottom left in blue flight suit and Space.com's Tarek Malik far right observed the experiment. Astronaut Katie Coleman took this photo. NASA astronaut Sandra Magnus floats fresh fruit on the middeck of the Space Shuttle Endeavour's crewmate Shane Kimbrough looks on in November 2008. This series of images shows an example of fires burning in a special zero-gravity chamber as part of an experiment for the International Space Station. Image posted July 3, 2012. Professor Stephen Hawking experiences the freedom of weightlessness during a zero-gravity flight. Force One is a modified Boeing 727 for commercial weightless flights. The airborne roller coaster is a specially modified 727. A moon rock brought to Earth by Apollo 11, humans' first landing on the moon in July 1969, is shown as it floats aboard the International Space Station. Part of Earth can be seen through the window. The 3.6 billion-year-old lunar sample was flown to the station in honor of the July 2009 40th anniversary of the historic first moon landing. It was returned on shuttle mission STS-128 to be publicly displayed. Commander Chris Hadfield, aboard the International Space Station, tweeted this image on January 11, 2013. He wrote, "Commander Hadfield, Chris Hadfield 11 Jan variety is the spice corn chip, salsa, mushroom pate and jalapeno, floating weightless." pic.twitter.com/md5.go. A Canadian Space Agency astronaut Chris Hadfield strums his guitar in the International Space Station's cupola on December 25, 2012. Hadfield is a longtime member of an astronaut band called Max Q. Virgin Galactic founder Sir Richard Branson said his recent microgravity training flight was both informative and fun. An astronaut skin suit concept undergoes weightless testing in a microgravity research flight. The skin suit is a tailor-made garment designed to squeeze an astronaut's body to help counteract the lack of Earth's gravity in space. Endeavour shuttle astronaut Don Pettit sips coffee from a Zerog cup of his own invention during the STS-126 mission to the International Space Station. The International Space Station's Expedition 34 crew pose for a team portrait with sunglasses. Pictured on the front row are NASA astronaut Kevin Ford Wright, commander, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Chris Hadfield, flight engineer. Pictured on the back row from the left are NASA astronaut Tom Marshburn, Russian cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky, Evgeny Turelkin and Roman Romanenko, all flight engineers. ESA recently helped 8 youngsters take a parabolic airplane ride, which recreates the weightless environment of space. NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson floats through the Unity module aboard the International Space Station during the Expedition 50 mission in this photo taken on November 28, 2016. George Takei's Weightless, Out of This World adventure on a Zerog plane August 17, 2016. ABC's The Bachelor took a weightless ride with Zero Gravity Corporation in Monday's episode. In celebration of Star Trek's 50th anniversary, George Takei, who played the original Star Trek crewmember Hikaru Sulu, took a Zerog flight on August 17. Takei was joined by Star Trek fans, his husband, Brad Altman, and Rod Roddenberry, CEO of Roddenberry Entertainment, and the son of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry. Space.com managing editor Tarek Malik floats in weightlessness while shadowing the UC San Diego University microgravity team on a reduced gravity flight arranged by NASA.